Hey guys, LunarSpawn27 here, bringing you Naruto chapter 658, Bijuu vs Madara. So the chapter begins with the allied shinobi forces moving out of the way so that the Bijuu and Madara can fight. The fight begins with a combination attack by Gaara and Shukaku. Gaara uses the sand to create multiple sand bullets, with Shukaku unleashing a gust of wind from his mouth, creating a technique called the Futon Sazandan. In translation, wind element sand shotgun. So multiple bullets of sand shoot at Madara. They actually land a couple of hits, but at first it didn't seem to do anything against Madara. However, Gaara puts his hand up and Madara stops moving. How does he do this? Apparently, some of the sand bullets that hit Madara entered his bloodstream so that Gaara can control his body to immobilize his movements. That is actually a pretty cool technique, and I have no idea that Gaara sand can be controlled inside a person's body. But wouldn't sand not work inside the bloodstream? Wouldn't the sand liquefy in Madara's bloodstream or something? But apparently Gaara can do that, so hey, kudos to him and Shukaku. So the remaining Bijuu decided to play a little game called Madara Ping-pong, where they hit Madara multiple times, sending him back and forth towards many Bijuus. First you got Matatabi, then Isobu, then Son Goku, then Koko, then Chomei. But Madara, he is getting beaten by these Bijuus. I mean, this is the guy that everybody is saying is a god, and yet he's getting beaten by the Bijuus. I'm just saying. Well, anyway, after the last hit by Chomei, Madara falls into this pool of slime created by Saiken, and it's because of this that Madara cannot move. So Shukaku and Gaara then use another technique where Shukaku's arms turn into sand, and they manage to seal Madara in a giant pyramid of sand. This technique is called the Sabukuso Taiso Fuin, or the Desert Multi-Layered Burial Seal, which is a combination of Shukaku's sand body and a curse seal in order to seal Madara. Now, some of you guys are wondering, why don't they just kill Madara now that he's no longer at Edo Tensei? I believe that the Bijuus and Gaara are not aware that Madara is no longer at Edo Tensei. That's why they're trying to seal him. Granted, it would have made a lot more sense if they tried to kill him now that he's no longer at Edo Tensei, but I guess they don't know. So with that being said, is Madara now finished? No, he is not. Actually, not really surprised there. I mean, seriously, the guy escaped from getting sealed, like, what, twice against the 5 Kages? What makes you think he'll get sealed again for the 3rd time? Well, actually 4th if you count the last 2 chapters. So how does he escape this sealing jutsu this time? He summons his SUSANOO to break the sand pyramid. Okay, this is something I have a bit of a problem with. How the hell is Madara able to summon his SUSANOO if he doesn't have his Sharingan, let alone his Rinnegan? I mean, granted, it has never been said whether Uchiha can summon a SUSANOO, even if they don't have their Mangekyo Sharingan, Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, or Rinnegan activated. But from all the fights we've seen that involve with Uchihas and their SUSANOOs, they always had their Sharingans activated or their Rinnegans activated. So, plot hole? Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a plot hole. And I know you're gonna say, oh, it's Uchiha Madara, he can do whatever he wants. No. There's gotta be an explanation towards this. He doesn't have his Sharingan / Rinnegan. How is Madara able to summon his SUSANOO? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, after his escape, it looked like that Madara is going to have his turn to attack, but Naruto in his full Bijuu mode comes right in and slams one of his tails at him. And the Killerbee finally shows up, explaining why him and Naruto were late, because they had to carry all the injured back to safety. So Naruto and Kurama, since we hear Kurama talking, managed to slam one of their tails to stop Madara from moving. The remaining Bijuus slam their tails onto Madara. So is this enough to beat him? Nope, because Madara comes out from the smoke missing an arm. So wait, getting slammed by a tail from each Bijuu, and all you get from that is a missing arm. Huh? I mean, don't get me wrong, I know this is Madara and all, and yeah, he had his SUSANOO activated, but how the hell did he lose an arm? I mean, what the hell happened when they slammed their tails onto Madara? Okay. Anyway, I guess this is one of the disadvantages of not becoming Edo Tensei, because he cannot regrow his arm. And it seems that Madara is also struggling as well. Also, another question. wasn't Madara's movement supposed to be immobilized by Gaara's sand inside his bloodstream? I guess Gaara can't do that anymore. I'm just saying. Well, anyway, one of the Zetsu clones. It's not the original white Zetsu because he was killed by Sasuke. Apparently, there's still a couple more white Zetsu clones still around because one of them actually pops by right beside Madara. He actually was there to give Madara something. Madara then slices off White Zetsu's arm, reattaches it onto his body so he's no longer missing an arm, and whatever was in his hand, he pops it right back onto his eye sockets, revealing that he now has his Rinnegan back. And that is where the chapter ends. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 658. What did I think? Well, this honestly was a quick read. It felt like a short chapter, and to be honest, not a lot of progress has been made. I mean, the only progress in terms of like plot or story, Madara now has his Rinnegan back. But since Madara now has his Rinnegan back, things are going to get even more serious, which will be great. Seeing the Bijuus fighting and also Gaara working together with Shikaku, I thought that was pretty cool. And I'll admit, the fight scenes, even though it did feel short, I thought it was pretty cool seeing the Bijuu trying to take down Madara. The thing is with Madara, he was getting his ass beaten by the Bijuus. Yeah, I know you're all of you saying, oh, it's Madara Uchiha. Even though he is Madara Uchiha, he is one guy. Granted, he can probably take down a couple members of the Allied Shinobi forces, but it's not just the Allied Shinobi forces. It's the remaining Bijuus, Naruto, Sasuke, and the undead Hokages, and Orochimaru. And speaking of undead Hokages, where the hell is Sarutobi and Tobirama? Shouldn't Tobirama be around somewhere? Unless he's still trying to protect the remaining Allied Shinobi forces, which, by the way, what's the point of that now since the Shinju is no longer working? I don't know where the hell he is. I don't know where Sarutobi is. I don't even know where Orochimaru is. I mean, what the hell? But since Madara now has his Rinnegan back, that means he could still be able to use his usual techniques now. And since this is supposed to be him in his full power, now that he's no longer an Tensei, it will become even stronger. So I'm hoping Madara will like do some awesome shit, give the Allied Shinobi forces a hard time. I mean, he did it with the 5 Kages. I'm pretty sure he can do this now. I mean, summon some freaking meteors or something. Now, this chapter did have some plot holes. Like, first of all, how the hell was Madara able to summon his SUSANOO without his Mangekyo Sharingan or his Rinnegan? That didn't make a lot of sense. And, you know, I let it slide how he was able to reattach his arm because it's white Zetsu and it's made out of Senju DNA. That's probably it. But the dude got his Rinnegan back, which, by the way, if you guys were wondering where Zetsu got that eye, it was probably one of the remaining eyes that Nagato had, which was originally owned by Madara. So, yeah, that probably explains it. The thing is, he was able to, like, pop his eye right back in. I mean, you don't have to, like, reattach the nerves or anything. I've questioned this many times, like how Deidara managed to get his arms reattached so easily by Kakazu. Also, even, like, how Hidan got his head reattached from his body. I mean, there's things that I had to let it slide because this was, like, years ago, and it's no longer a point questioning about it. But this is Madara, and he just popped his eye right back in. You don't even have to, like, reattach its nerves or anything. You know, you pop an eye right back in, you're able to see, and you're able to move your eye. Yeah, Naruto logic right there. But I guess aside from the plot holes and the lack of progress and the fast-paced chapter, this was still an enjoyable read. I mean, the fight scenes were pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, I still thought this chapter was pretty good. So, yeah, that is Naruto chapter 658. Tell me, guys, what did you think about this week's chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? You think Madara will be able to try to beat the Bijuus and become the Jubi Jinchuriki? Let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe for more videos. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 658. I'm Rose Brown 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.